What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Thin Ghost back again to talk to you guys about Invincible. And what I want to do is just do a quick little follow-up of the video that I did the other day when I was talking about 3 ways that Invincible could possibly end with season 1. And going back on my very first video talking about that topic titled the season 1 possibilities, when I said that most likely the best place to end it would be after the first 12 issues, where at the end of that, Omni-Man reveals that he's a Viltrumite and he beats his son to near death right after his son just happens to come up behind him after he gets done executing the Immortal, you know. And it's crazy. It was a huge twist. I remember when I first read it, I knew something was going on, but I didn't know it was nothing like that. Caught me off guard. It was epic. I loved it, and it completely changed the entire story going forward. It affected the main character heavily. I mean, that's his father. His entire life was ripped from him and changed. Essentially, he was being told that he was lied to his whole life. It was an epic moment, and I would love to see that animated with all the emotions and the music added in, just to make it, you know, 10 times as good. And that is like a season ending moment right there. I couldn't think of a better place for them to end it in season 1, but at the same time, here's where the crux of that problem lies. There's not that much before that twist. There's some things, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's the execution of the Guardians of the Globe when Nolan Grayson completely kills all of them, you know, except for the Immortal. He manages to come back and then he kills him again, but he still stays alive. The point is, there's, you know, a few little things here and there. Invincible finding out that he has powers, of course, going out on patrol with his father, you know, teaming up with him. You know, doing his own little patrol, fighting off his own little villains. He meets the teen team, and you know, with characters like Rexplode, Robot, Duplicate, and of course, what's her name, Adam Eve. And I can't believe I forgot her just now real quick. Just woke up, you know, don't mind me. But also, you know, you get to see him fight villains like Doc Seismic and the Mauler twins. Actually, that's when he has his first interaction with Doc Seismic. He fights him and then he ends up falling underneath the ground, and then the next time we see him is when I talked about in another video when he's fighting against all the heroes with like that little subterranean army or whatever. So it's pretty cool. But he does meet the Mauler twins, and they are reoccurring villains that pop up multiple times throughout the series. So there are some things that happen in that first little section, but it's not that much to warrant a first season of a series, unless it's like one of those series where, you know, like guaranteed you're gonna get some more seasons and da. You know what I'm saying? Like, with shows today, you can't really be pussyfooting around like that. You kind of got to get to it so that people can know what the show is about, so they can know if they into it or not, and so you know for sure it's gonna come back. So, you know, they ain't really got that much time to dilly-dally around. And comics are different, you know what I mean? They can do stuff like that before they build up to a epic moment, and I just don't know what they could fill season 1 with. It has to be some original material. Now, there's a lot of things that they could naturally expand on that were touched on briefly in these first couple of issues. They could easily add more meat to further flesh out the first season. I mentioned it here and there on a lot of other videos, but I just wanted to make another video focusing on some of the stuff that I know for a fact that they could expand upon. Shout out to you, Cameron87, for pointing this out again. I swear, man, you are the GOAT. You stay like highlighting or pointing out stuff that you know, I might already know, but I get reminded of when I see your comment, and I definitely want to bring it up in another video. So I appreciate you again. But they could definitely expand upon the Viltrumites. Like, I made a whole video about that, but in particularly the Viltrumite Purge. Now, I don't know if they would do something like that in the first season. I don't know. But it would be great to see like how they go into the backstory of the Viltrumites and what made them into the world conquering alien race that they are today. And Nolan mentions when he's talking to Mark about the purge, how the Viltrumite Empire had this moment in history where all of them just fought each other. It was just like a civil war against, like, everybody was just fighting each other, bro. And more than half of the population got wiped out. And the people that survived, they created the new regime. You know, they created like the new way of life of the Viltrumites. You know, power rules all. And then they created the World Conquering Committee, and then they went out to start conquering other planets and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty cool how he touched on it, but that would be something that I would love to see. It seems like an epic moment in Viltrumite history, and they could definitely expand upon that. And imagine seeing that animated, just a whole bunch of Viltrumites just going at it. That shit would be saucy, man. And also, with the reveal of Cecil Steadman going to be in the first season, Walton Goggins doing the character, we could actually see maybe what Cecil always talked about. He talked about how he was close to Omni-Man and how they worked together a lot. So show us that, you know what I'm saying? Show, don't tell. Be cool to see Cecil Steadman and his work relationship with Omni-Man, how he gave him missions, how he told him where to go, and their back and forth. Also seeing how Cecil Steadman worked hand in hand with the Guardians of the Globe, how he gave them orders, how they all operated like a well-oiled machine, until Omni-Man just threw a keg in and fucked everything up, and then they kind of had to rebuild and pick up the pieces, you know, because that's when Cecil Steadman got revealed to Mark Grayson and told him who he was and told him what him and his father did together. And then he gave Mark the job, and then he ended up taking care of Mark and Debbie, you know, that's Mark's mother, because of everything that Nolan did. He was the provider. When he did all that and left, he kind of left him fucked with no money or no way for Mark to go to college, or, you know, his mom to pretty much take care of the finances. So Cecil Steadman stepped up, and he created this elaborate story about how Nolan was a well, he was a writer. That was his cover up. When he wasn't a hero, he was a writer. And when he died, his books went up in value. You know, Cecil Steadman made it so that his books would be super expensive, and that's how they were making their money, when really he was just giving them money. I know, it was a cool little cover story. I mean, he the government, he's so high up that nobody even know how high up he is. So this dude has juice, and he made sure that they were straight in their financial situation, and felt like he owed it to them for not even realizing that Nolan Grayson was a Viltrumite and was planning all that stuff when he was working right under his nose all this time. So that's pretty cool, and I can't wait to see that develop. So for something like that to have the emotional impact, it has to be further built upon. So it would be cool to see Cecil Steadman and his relationship with Omni-Man, and also with the Guardians of the Globe, so it can just add to that shock when Nolan Grayson does make his move and kill all of them. So, you know, and besides, Cecil always mentions how the Guardians of the Globe were way better than the new Guardians of the Globe that he helped Robot create and lead. He constantly is talking about how much better the old Guardians of the Globe are. So it would be cool to see that, so that he wouldn't just be constantly talking about it like he does in the comic book. Also, more time with the teen team would be very cool. We get introduced to the teen team, but we don't really see much with them before they're ultimately disbanded, and then Robot just starts trying to put together a new Guardians of the Globe. Now, we do see the characters a lot afterwards. It's not like the characters just instantly disappear from the story once they're disbanded, but you have Robot disband them, and he's like, yeah, we've been together all these years, da 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 da. But in reality, we've only seen them together like twice, maybe, you know what I'm saying, before they're disbanded. So it'd be cool to see more time with the teen team, and Mark have more time with them, maybe do some more joint operations with them and stuff like that. Also, Neoliberal off of Twitter, shouting you out as well. He reminded me that Robert Kirkman mentioned that Battle Beast will most likely be in this season. And if Battle Beast is in this season, then we're definitely probably going to get some Machine Head in there. We're going to get to see Titan. That whole situation was dope in the comic, and I'm pretty sure they can make it look a whole lot better in the show. When Battle Beast first got introduced, Mark and Titan, they actually went to Machine Head's base. Machine Head was there with Isotope and a lot of other villains. And one of those villains, well, he's not really a villain, he's just a battle-hungry beast, hence the name Battle Beast. This guy is the scourge of the 6 or 7 galaxies, something like that. I forgot what he says, but the guy is epic, man. He's epic in every sense of the word. He literally just scours the land and the galaxy looking for a challenger, looking for the perfect battle. His dream is to die in a vicious battle, and it's just, he just looks for a good challenge. You know those characters that you always see, like Zaraki, Kenpachi, or fucking even Goku, you know what I'm saying? Like characters that just loved battle and just loved the thirst and just the thrill of battle. That's who Battle Beast is. And when he gets introduced in this issue, it's hilarious. You got Invincible and Titan fighting against all these villains that Isotope brought in, and when they get to Battle Beast, he just start wrecking shit. Even when Mark has backup, like the Guardians of the Globe, they come in to back him up, and they get wrecked by Battle Beast. If he stayed there, he probably could have fucked them all up, but he ended up leaving and talking shit, just like, man, I came here for a challenge. Y'all weak as fuck. Like, man, like, I'm about to dip. You know, I thought that was hilarious, and I would love to see that animated and also further expanded upon. I mean, like, how the hell did he get in touch with Battle Beast? You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, how did he get all of them up in there? I mean, I know Machine Head got the juice, but you know what I'm saying? It would have been cool to see how that all went down, and just Machine Head's hold on the city, you know, in general, because we keep hearing about, like in that issue they talk about, oh, Machine Head, he has all the crime syndicates, he's over this, he's over that, his control over the city is unwavering, yeah, you know, whatever the fuck. So it's like we only seen Machine Head in a few issues, but barely in this one. You know, you don't really seem that intimidating. I mean, after all his people that he brought in get beat, he hiding underneath the damn table, and then, you know, the Immortal finds him. He like, you really thought this shit would work? And he like, man, I had to give it a try, bro. So I thought that was funny, but it wasn't really that much. It wasn't really that much there besides the fight itself, and which was good, and a lot of funny moments. We had Mark Grayson saying Invincible punch to hit a villain when he saw Titan get his shell on. He said rock on, you know, similar to Johnny Storm when he says flame on. He says rock on, and then the rocks came on him, you know, he started, you know, his power came up, and then Invincible, he said he felt inspired, so he said Invincible punch when he punched one of the villains, and Titan looked at him and he was just like, dude, Invincible punch? Like, are you fucking serious? Like, that was a funny moment. It would be cool to see those little moments brought to life in the series. That's another thing, man. Are they gonna put all the little jokes and the little moments that us as Invincible fans love and remember? Like, another one, when William finds out that Invincible can fly and he wants to constantly ask him, can he fly him around? And then Mark always just like, this is so gay, dude. Like, are they gonna keep that? Because that is funny as fuck, you know what I'm saying? But in this world that we live in today, when everybody all sensitive and shit, you know, they might not even put that up in there, you know? And I hope they don't change too much. God, I hope they don't. But you know, we living in a very sensitive culture, and they might change a lot of stuff, and I'm a guy that likes everything kept the same. If anything, add stuff, don't take stuff away, you know? But yeah, man, so they could also show us all the little things, the little jokes here and there. That would be cool. Throw some more in there. Definitely can expand upon that, just as long as it doesn't ruin the overall tone of the show. And also, yeah, just show us more with Mark and his family, bro. Like, you know, we got a lot of them in the comic, don't get me wrong, but you know, show us a little bit more of their relationship, how cool they all are, man. You know, his bond with his father. That way that can also add to the traumatic experience for when his father does that double agent shit on him and just tells him what's really going on and blows his mind when he reveals the truth. Let's show us the bond, show us the love between Debbie and Nolan, and show us the love between his son and him. You know, that'd be really cool. You know, they could really expand on a lot, man. And I'm just interested to see how this all goes, because like I said at the beginning of the video, and a lot of you quite frankly said as well after watching my last video, Nolan betraying his son and getting into that brutal fight and leaving, and you know, that last beautiful shot when he flies off in space and you see a tear coming from his eye, that will be the perfect place to end season 1. Will they do that though? I don't know. They could easily do that in my opinion, but if they do, they have to fill out the first season with a few added things, you know, just further fleshing out things that were already there. I don't want them to really change anything. I don't want them to just create whole new scenarios. I mean, they can if they're interesting, don't get me wrong. I'm not opposed to new stuff being in shows. It's just always a slippery slope. You know, you can't really go too far into something that never happened with the risk of it ruining the image of the show. But you don't want to also put everything exactly the same in the show if there's not that much there, and you end up having to, you know, like you end up not having enough to fill out the season, so you're gonna end up having to put stuff in there to fill it out anyway. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you read those first 12 issues of Invincible, you'll see what I'm talking about. Although good, there's a lot more that could be expanded upon, and a lot more meat that could be added there to the bone before they get to the overall reveal and betrayal of the father and that huge fight. So if they don't want to get there too fast, I mean, an hour-long episodes, 8 episodes, and each episode's an hour, they can get through a lot of material like that. So, you know what I'm saying? If you don't want them to kind of rush to get there, but you still want that impact and you still want a great ending to season 1, they could just put in some filler, or they could just further add on some stuff, like the shit I mentioned earlier. Or maybe, you know, that episode with Nolan and Mark fighting each other will be like episode 3 or 4, and it'll end in a completely different spot somewhere, like I mentioned in my previous video, like maybe with Alan's backstory, or maybe with him meeting his father again on that planet right before they end up fighting those other Vulture Knights. Or maybe it'll be when he confesses everything that he went to Amber, his first love interest. Anything, any one of those. Any of those 3, or the one that, you know, would be the coolest with him and his father fighting each other, those would be good places to end the season. But I really think that the one with his father should be where they ended. Like I said in my very first video months ago when I was talking about this, and also what I said in the video yesterday and what I'm saying now, that would be the preferred choice. But I don't know how they're gonna pace this and what they're gonna put into it, so we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, I'll be excited. Just I hope they don't mess it up. And where the fuck is a trailer? Can we get a trailer or something, bro? Like, can we get something, bro? Anyway, I hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are. And this has been Thin Ghost, letting you guys know what I think about this. I had some few more things I want to say on it, so I just wanted to make this video. Hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are. Subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for more videos like this one. You already know. Subscribe and share it around. Thin Ghost, the guy to talk about Invincible. Also anime, video games, and movies and stuff like that. So hope you're having a good day and night, wherever you are. I already said that. Anyway, peace.